What's up, guys? This is the coach, Mr. Bond, Mr. Big Overnight. Out here ready to get you up and running and looking and feeling stunning. So, we're gonna have a great discussion today. It's very interesting how we're taking it on because I'm very intrigued by this topic. You know, when did the gender roles take an Uno reverse? Hey, crazy times we're living in, but before I get into it, remember to like, save, share, and comment on these videos, and let's keep this conversation going. All right, so I was just listening to a very interesting, discussion and video from Dr. Orion Taraban. He makes mention of the problematic society America has now found itself. I'm telling you, the people are evolving, and this society is showing that as a result of systematic oppression, all of these things of various groups, whether gender groups, whether race groups, people evolve. This is literally a society where things happen, and if you are not covered under the blood of Jesus, you can morph into something that is terrible. Like, for example, the fact that men are confused about their identity, boys are confused about their identity to become men, and girls are also confused about their identity, that shows me something sinister is happening. And I want you to follow me with this. Like, there are distinctive differences between both genders, male and female. And now you have a society that has allowed people to think that a boy can become a woman and a girl can become a man. Someone is manipulating variables, in my honest estimation. And I'm going to prove it, but stay tuned to the video. So for me, it's like this. We've been discussing, I have a live Zoom call group as well that I talk to every Monday night. And they spoke about when did this happen, and they made mention of the war that America had with it was Vietnam or World War I or II. I need to confirm that. And all the women were left in the country and they had to fend for themselves. So those women evolved because they had to do the men's work. Follow me with this. And inherently they had to develop masculine traits. So it wasn't really their fault. And as a result of this, there are many things that happened. There was a rise of beta males, because normally the alpha males would be the ones to take on certain leadership roles. But because those beta males had to be left home in the country because they couldn't qualify to become soldiers in the military, those women had to look to those type of beta males. You follow me with this? And it's very interesting. So I'm telling you, societies, there are domino effects when societies have to make certain decisions, and it affects people. As a result of women raised in the homes, most boys became more feminine. They had more feminine energy. They didn't have a balance with their masculine and feminine energy. So they were highly emotional. So you see how if you tweak with the general upbringing of someone, how their psychology can change. And this is why we have to protect the family. This is why we have to protect the home. And especially, I am grateful I grew up in a Christian home, because I have a balance between masculine energy, feminine energy, being raised by two parents. And you can tell children, when I was a high school teacher, I could tell who was raised in a single parent household, who was raised in a two parent household. This thing is real, and persons need to pay attention to it. But what else has happened as a result of the gender role reversal is that we now have a direct competition with modern day women and modern day men, because those women evolved and they had to take on masculine traits. So this is very dangerous, people. I don't know where in the world you're watching this from, but you have to pay attention to how boys and girls are cultured and raised. or else society can destroy itself. But hey, stay tuned for next video next week. We're gonna go more deep into this, because I'm telling you, it's as sinister as you would like it to begin, and I'm going to emphasize this in our discussions. Like, share, comment on these videos. Let's keep this conversation going. Peace out.